Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to another Psgl League Racing video. I'm sorry this took so long as well. I've been away and also mixed in with all the practice that we've been doing for the championship this year. I haven't been able to get around to finishing up the last few league races that we have taken part in. So I'm almost done editing those, so make sure that you guys will check them out. They will come out very, very soon for sure, because I also kind of like saved them for the next few months, so you guys still have something to watch over time, because there's not going to be any more league racing from now on until the championship, and it just gives people and you guys something to rewatch and just entertain yourselves with. So here we are in Qatar. I think this is like, I don't even know what round it is. I'm not even going to attempt to name the number. But anyway, I don't remember much from this race. It's been a while, so I think I'm going to discover it together with you as we go along, and hopefully I can maybe have a better, in hindsight, perspective of the race. And here we are in Q1, doing my first lap. I don't remember if my pace was very good here. I think it was all right. Nothing crazy. I don't think I put much practice in, and also so didn't really have any expectations on that side. But nonetheless, Qatar, we know it's a very hard track to overtake in general, but in this game, which hopefully will change at some point in the F1 game, it's very easy to follow. So anything's possible, as we do a very good lap in Q1, and we are through to Q2 as we invalidate our first run, which was a 0.05, which would have put me in the top positions and a very good competitive lap time to pass on to Q3. As we're now doing our second run, we are matching my first run in Q2, in my first run, as we have a little bit of a moment there, and we lose quite a heap of time, almost 80 down at this point, and Freddy goes P1 with a 0.2, and myself, I go P4 with a 0.13.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been much faster, but nonetheless, we are through to Q3. First lap in Q3. I think this is on new tires, because we did only one run in Q1, and we are P2 with a 0.2.
Well, this is it.
And look at this.
There's 4 lap times. Are you joking?
There's only 4 lap times in the first run, because 6 people invalidated, and it's so easy to invalidate a lap around Qatar, as we all know. So not too big of a surprise there, but still funny to see. But yeah, on to our second lap. And Isma has a really good banker with a 0.9, low 9, so that's very competitive. Let's see if we can match that. Sector 1, I think, was one of my strong suits for coming into this race. 0.61 first, if I remember. That's not too bad. I think that's pretty competitive. Very good start to Sector 2 as well. Sector 2 is very tricky towards the end on this left-hander here, because it's so easy to lock up and go wide, and you lose so much time on this back straight, because this straight is so long, as we go a little bit too early on throttle.
I had to lift so much.
And I had to lift a lot to not go wide, so we do lose a lot of time there, even though it doesn't seem like it now watching it back, but trust me, there is a lot of time there. As we're just a 10th up, or just under, coming into last sector, Freddy goes P1 with an 8.7, as we lose the rear again. I don't know why I was losing the car like that during this whole practice, during this whole qualifying session. But it was just, I don't know, a bit sketchy, I guess. Maybe you need to make the setup a bit easier to drive. Jarno goes P1 with a 0.81. Myself with a 9.5. Would have been an 8. I would have been P2, maybe P3 at worst.
P3.
So yeah, we are starting P6 on the grid. And
what I expected.
yeah, there's a Red Bull 1-2. So if I want to beat them, it's going to be hard and with a different strategy, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I knew the hard medium is the favorite one. It's for sure the fastest strategy, but I wanted to try something different and, you know, play the odds, you know, a little bit, or against the odds. So I do start on a medium, and there is one more person starting on this medium tire, and that is Istvan right there in P3, which is good news for me, which means I'm not alone, and we can work together this whole race to maybe, you know,
5 mediums on the
hold them back towards a second stint and have a big enough gap so that they don't catch us too quickly. Good start. We gained 2 positions off the bat, which is expected with a softer tire. So hopefully we can make our move on Freddy on this corner straight away. We do send it a little bit on the inside. He leaves us space. Very good move there. I don't think he's going to fight it. Of course not. It's just a lose-lose situation if he does fight it. So he lets us through. Jarno now also on the hards, of course. I mean, starting P1, I would have also put the hard tire. He's not going to fight us too much either. I'm just thinking about saving my tires now. No need to push too hard because we are not going to gap. Me and Istvan know it. Unless there's a mistake behind and we destroy our ERS. But it's not worth it because the hards just get faster straight away after a few laps. So they're just going to catch back up. And yeah, it's pointless. And something else you need to keep in mind is the warnings. Because this track is... It has to be the hardest track to do a race without getting a penalty. Like pushing to the level we are pushing at least. There's no other track that comes close to this. The only track that comes close to this, in my opinion, would be Canada with the last sector and just all the chicanes you need to cut. But this is just, I think, on another level. You need to pay so close attention on the limits of the track. It's so easy to understeer wide and you have a 30-second penalty. So, yeah. We got past Jarno there. He didn't fight it at all. And we are now in P2 behind Istvan. And we're just going to be swapping every lap, I think, from now on. For the rest of the race, or until they catch back up to us on the second stint, to be honest, because there's no better thing to do at this point. So, yeah, we're just going to be swapping. They did not get capped. There's also Jakey on the mediums, sorry, as I just remembered and noticed on the top left. But I'm not sure Jakey comes into play because I think he gets damage at some point and he retires the car or something happened to him because I don't remember him being with us. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe unfortunate for Jake there. But yeah, we're coming on to lap 7, lap 8. The hards are definitely getting quicker now, for sure. But I do feel like we have a little bit of a pace advantage over Istvan at this point in time. And I don't want to get overtaken by Jarno, so me and Istvan played it correctly. And we keep him behind. So it's crucial that... It's not crucial, but it's important that we try and stay ahead for the pits. Because that's just free race time for us. If we lose a position to Jarno, that's an extra half a second that we lose in race time. So we're trying to minimize that as much as possible. But obviously Jarno knows that and he's dumping all his battery here, which I don't think it's worth fighting at this point, especially with the DRS and how strong it is. So we're going to keep the ERS for the lap after and try to overtake him back, which we do easily. Lap 10, we will pit soon. I'm not sure if we're going to pit this lap or the one after, but it is soon because these mediums really are starting to get bad at this point. So it is not lap 10, so it's probably going to be this lap, lap 11. Yeah, keeping Jarno behind, which is I think the correct decision, but he does really want to get past, which is fair. It's a smart move by him. I do lose a little bit of race time, but nothing crazy if Istvan stays ahead, because if Istvan's staying ahead and pits with me, then it doesn't change anything. That's why it didn't matter too much. But I thought Istvan was going to pit this lap. But I don't know why.
Jonna, can you tell me the pit,
I'm thinking about it now, and the only explanation I could think of is I knew Josh behind also was a medium, and he was going to pit, or there was a big chance that he would pit, and since he's...
not ideal that
he wasn't with us in the train, he would want to do an undercut to catch us and maybe, you know, fight with us. I think I wanted to avoid that and pit, or like prevent that and pit with him, so that it would be me and Josh together, but Josh just didn't manage to catch back up to us in the train. And Istvan's overcut actually worked very, very well. He didn't lose much time, but that's because, excuse me, the outlap on the hards, it's not fast. It's not really much faster than the old tires because it's very cold, the tires. So you have no grip and it takes a whole lap or two to get the tires warmed up. So, yeah, I just did that to prevent a Josh, like, move, like a Josh something, and having us three fight in this stint whilst we just need to pull away, you know, as much as we can, as we have Ruben and Isma behind us already pitted onto the medium, which is a very early stop in my opinion, and I need to make sure I need to stay in between these Williamses as much as I can, because it is so crucial that they don't get 1 and 2 because, as you guys know from myself and Barry last year,
Man, Ruben,
we got the 1-2
like,
and it was
decisive.
super hard for anyone to do anything about it. Like, Thomas was just stuck behind us, and you can't really overtake if two teammates work together very well, like me and Barry did. So this is what they're going to try and do. But it's going to be hard to keep Isma behind. Look, he's on much fresher tires and much quicker tires. In hindsight, watching it back, I should have gone for the move here on Ruben, I think, because Isma, being on the medium, has such more traction than me and grip, and it's easy to do. And we've already got Freddy and Tom, both Red Bull drivers, behind our gearbox already, and we're only on lap 19, so it shows you how bad the medium hard strategy is and how good the hard medium is on this game at this point. It's almost like you can't really even have a chance of fighting it. You have to do hard medium as well and just fight it out on track with the same strategy. You can't really win on strategy like this. And look at the grip difference. I mean, he doesn't really have to do anything and he's alongside me. I don't think I'm going to fight it too hard. Maybe if I can hold him back a few more laps would be good because the mediums do get worse. So that is a good sign that we kept Freddy behind for an extra lap. That is very, very good. Any lap I can buy myself behind these Williamses, the better my chances are of getting any points at this point. And if you notice, Istvan fell all the way back. He's a P8.
Don't waste your race just because of your.
It just shows you how important positioning was. He was behind me at the wrong time, and he's now fell off all the way down to P8. And now we are fighting with Freddy as he keeps it alongside this time, and he will easily get the position now with the grip advantage alongside Tom as well. I'm not gonna fight it because if I use all my ERS here and lose the position, I'm just gonna be a sitting duck next straight for Jarno. And Barry as well, man. Barry started, I think, last. He had a quali ban, if I remember correct, or something. And he's P7 on this hard medium strategy, and he just pitted a bit earlier like the Williamses did. And he's on for a really good result, I think, here. He's on for a top 5 if he can fight his way through a little bit. So, look at the grip Jarno has around the outside. There's nothing I can do. I let him through, and I will let through Barry as well. And we are back down to Istvan, so hopefully we can use Istvan as like a wall, kind of, to protect ourselves from the other people coming. And we're gonna let Barry through.
And to defend from Istvan, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna let Barry through without fighting him too hard. As the Williamses there have a contact collision with Tom, I don't know if it was 3 wide, and now Ruben is behind us, so the Williamses definitely choked a 1-2 there, to be honest, or at least a very good result for both of them. And now Barry's getting through Isma. He's now P4. He remember he started last, so last to P4 in Qatar is something crazy. And I think Ismail's tires Ismail's tires are like dying off a little bit, and we may have a chance of getting him back towards the end of the race if the hards do get better. But the mediums on the second stint just hold on so well. As here Istvan goes for a move down the inside, a little bit late on the brakes, but was a clean move, to be fair. Nothing too crazy. But we do keep him behind. I think I have a little bit more ERS than him and stay in front. Isma in front has also a penalty, which means I get a free position at the end of the race if nothing happens. And we are now on the last lap because nothing happened. I was just stuck on this train. Duncan was behind me for the last lap because they overtook Istvan. But I think their tires were just not that quick anymore at the end to pass me. So we do keep... Well, actually, we do gain a place from qualifying. If we're gonna finish P5 this race. Barry P4 from last, so very well done to Barry.
Oh my god.
Man, I could have get Freddy, I think. Oh,
yeah, Barry always frustrated with his position. If it's not P1, that's normal. But
setup was quite good as well.
Yes,
yeah,
because your pace was
that was a race of Qatar. Not too bad considering our strategy. I think I could have gotten maybe a little bit more. Maybe one position or two maximum, but that was very hard to keep them behind, honestly. It was just an experiment. I wanted to experiment what the medium hard could do. And to be honest, I think if many more people go medium hard and there's a little bit of fighting in the hard medium train, it could definitely work. So you never know. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next race. And ciao ragazzi.